The award ceremonies are a celebration of success and achievement. It also celebrates hard work, passion, and commitment. Tonight, we recognize organizations that are centered on human value which exist to create societal impact. And for that, I would like to call Mr. Antonio S. Yap for the welcome remarks.
Thank you, Micah. Good evening, friends. Tonight is the third of a four-part launch of our silver anniversary celebrations. 25 years ago, a group of friends, I invited a group of friends to try and set up a different kind of foundation, a really ambitious one. I said, what I want to do is to create a foundation that will really try to help society in all its aspects by creating innovative social solutions. In that journey, one person is here tonight who was there at the beginning. Let us give a hand to Ray Kwa, my friend. So Ray was there at the beginning, and another one who was there at the beginning is my good friend, Benny de Guzman. So Benny is on the board of our foundation, and Ray is in our advisory council. They and 22 others agreed to try and do what we're doing today. What is our idea about social development? It is quite simple. It is that we hope that every individual we come in contact with will attempt, like us, we keep failing, but we keep trying, to try to be that kind of an individual that will be more pleasant, more caring. You can be strict, you can get mad, but truly caring about what happens to this country, not just themselves. At the time, I said there are 7 things we will do. We have to anchor everything on the idea that you must not only be a volunteer, but what I call a VWAP, VWAP, a volunteer with a purpose. Volunteers without a clear purpose are dangerous because they can be self-righteous, and that is a path that we don't want to tread. We want those who, over time, will be clear why they're doing what they're doing. The second is that, hopefully, they have faith. Because if they do not have faith and values, we want nothing to do with them. I have many friends who I've talked with, and I said, please do not volunteer yet. If you still carouse, if you still get drunk all the time, we are friends, but you cannot be in this foundation. Third, the basic idea I said that we have is to convince everyone that the young really are individuals that we should ask help from. I had maybe 15 years of conversation with Dr. Frankie Roman, the founder of the CSR Center at AIM, the founder of the Asian CSR Awards. And I kept telling him, Frankie, these are corporations. Where is the individual? And where is the young individual? Last Monday, when we started this, I requested him to talk about my and his journey from CSR to PSR, from the idea of corporate social responsibility to our idea of personal social responsibility, what I call CSR 3.0. When the United Nations came to Asia 14 years ago, to announce that they are suggesting principles of management education, Frankie and I were 2 of the people invited to the Asian launch. He represented the academe. I was asked to represent all volunteer groups in Asia. He and I agreed that the correct definition for my CSR 3.0 is citizenship, sustainability, and social responsibility 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. People in Europe who are my friends, especially the founders of CSR International, like to talk about corporate social responsibility as nothing but greenwash. Corporations trying to look good. That's why they help the communities around. I think that is not charitable. So at BCYF, we call that 1.0, true charity and philanthropy in any form. The only problem is anecdotal evidence is not as good as research. And the challenge to people who are trying to volunteer is to get involved in research. That is the same challenge to government agencies who do not have the time to research, and yet they like to copy things. They like to do things because somebody said this work in their place. When it comes to sustainability, oh, by the way, our project in citizenship was the one we had yesterday. It was the National Search for Hometown Heroes. We had nominees from Surigao, from Bicol, from all over the place. We had 34 in our short list, 10 finalists, and the awardee was a young lady, not so young, but young to me, she's in her 40s, doing a small project in Taytay, helping street kids. Why did we choose her when the majority of the nominees have received every award you can think of, whether it's the Goosey Prize or something? Our answer was, to us, the true hero is the one who does something consistently over time that is not their job, that is not their profession. You are a priest, you help people. Why should you be recognized? You're a mayor, you help your community. Why should you be recognized? We want to meet those in the small puroks, in the small barangays, who, for no other reason than they have a good heart, are attempting to do consistently some good deed. And we had these 10 finalists, from an AITA to all sorts of people. So last Monday, we had our CSR Youth Awards. Yesterday, we had the National Search for Hometown Heroes. Tonight, we recognize developmental social enterprises. And tomorrow, we will have the BCYF Innovation Awards at the Makati Shangri-La Ballroom. These 4 events are the launch of our silver anniversary, which starts on December 1. Over the next 12 months, out of the 77 projects we do every year, which we don't really talk about, we're very quiet, we will highlight 12 of them. We will talk to the right audience. Maybe you will not see us in the newspaper, but for the people like you, who I'm very happy to talk with, you will see where, when we work together, we can actually do more than the government. We don't have to worry about all the travails of being a Filipino citizen. Or in the case of Panya, a Thai person who is more of a Filipino than many people I know. So that is the first thing I wanted to do in welcoming you. To thank you for helping us launch our silver anniversary. I want you to know that I have good friends in the audience who were my classmates in college, because an event like this is about family. So I have Greg Anyevas here, my good friend, and Bert Villanueva over there. Ray actually was also my classmate. It is important to have friends that you went to school with. Next month, I'm meeting with my friends who I've known for more than 50 years. We were classmates in grade 1. I'm proud that we remain friends, and of course, each year there are fewer and fewer of us. My oldest classmate is 72 years old. And for some reason, the 72 and 71 are alive, the others are not. So The guy who just came in is another friend of mine, that is Ike Hernandez. We were also classmates in the same graduating batch. My dear friends, our foundation is about being part of a family. We will not be in this kind of an affair if we did not consider any nominee as a member of our family. That is why we have a follow-through and a follow-up program. Please take advantage of that program. Whether it is to come out with better financial statements, prepare feasibility studies, get you the right volunteer. You are here because God brought you here to us, and we accept the challenge of being your friend. So welcome. If for nothing else, I think the food is good. Let's have a good evening.